up, guys, and welcome back to the Roast Session Central. I'm the NigerianNemesis, and in this video I'm going to show you guys this cool giant graveyard deck that is very solid. And here it is. It features the Furnace, and it can be played like a giant chip deck, sort of just putting up the Furnace in the center and chipping down the towers. And sometimes you don't even need the graveyard, but if you have a really good counter push going back at them and you have an elixir lead, you can then play your giant and play the graveyard as well, and there's nothing they can do to stop both the giant and the graveyard. They're going to have to pick one, and ultimately they're going to end up taking some damage. So let's go ahead and hop right in and show you with some battling up against Y Oguita and Royal Queso. So that's a really solid clan. Let's see how he decides to deal with this deck, and he's going to go ahead and start up with an X-Bow. So this is going to be a dirty deck. Everybody that's playing challenges right now are really good because they're warming up and getting ready for this Crown Championship. Everybody wants to make it out of their region. And so here it is. Fireball is going down on his X-Bow. He's going to get some solid damage though with that E-Wizard and Goblins onto our tower, unfortunately. So now that my tower is down to 1484, I'm kind of nervous. I do have my Giant though now. Now that I know he has X-Bow, I'm going to use my Giant to block his X-Bow, and we'll try to counter it from there on and get our graveyard into the back. The thing is, with all these decks, now that everybody knows what kind of deck you're running, we kind of know what cards are in there as well. I don't think he has a solid graveyard counter. So we'll see how this game goes on. He's actually going to Fireball. Great Fireball by his part. It's going to bypass our Giant block, so I'm going to have to go ahead and zap so he doesn't take that tower immediately. Make him earn it a little bit. And we have a decent push going, but that push is going to die because our zap was just used there. He's got an Ice Spirit to freeze up all of our troops. And overall, we're in some huge trouble here up against Oguita. Well played, my man, well played. But I still have my wild card. The graveyard is sitting in the back. I'm just going to leave that left tower. I'm sure he'll keep on taking Fireball value here from the Furnace or from my Musketeer. Anything I play up that right side, basically. So, I mean, that's fine there. At least he won't be able to Fireball our troops or our minions, because with that deck, he should not have anything outside of the Fireball except for a log. So let's go ahead and start our Musketeer here in the back left. See, he's already going defensive. This is the thing. I let him get too big of a lead. But like I said, we have that graveyard, so let's see what that wild card does for us. He's going to go ahead and Fireball there, so now we have a solid push coming back his way. My zap is ready for his Inferno Tower this time around. Musketeer going for it. Musketeer is actually locked onto that tower, and now our graveyard is going down. He's already used his Inferno Tower. We're going to go ahead and zap his Goblin Gang. Giant is still alive. Musketeer just went to town. She did some work on that tower. That's what you get for sitting back and camping and trying to secure your 1-0 lead. Get out of here with that deck. Here we go. Mega Minion going down. I'm 100% sure it's getting Fireball for value, but I needed to play it in the back. There comes his Fireball. I prefer that on my Mega Minion than my Musketeer. So now we're going to go ahead and start our Giant in the back right and see what we can do here. He's got his E-Wiz. He's going to have to Fireball one more time. He's actually going to play his X-Bow over there. Ballsy move. I'm just going to zap all his Goblins. Unfortunately, I missed the Goblins. That does target my Minions. So my Minions are going to be able to clean up that X-Bow though with no damage given. Musketeer going down, unfortunately, a little bit too early. She's going to be the one to get targeted. Now I have a second Giant onto his Inferno Tower. So that Giant will die, but I think it's going to take down the Inferno Tower. And now we're going to have a pretty solid push going onto his second tower. Graveyard going down in the corner. We've got a really solid push on this guy right now, zapping his Spirit Goblins. Spirit Goblins are out of play. Mega Minion is wailing on that tower. Skeletons are coming out and spawning onto that tower. He's going to send a Fireball, and that Fireball did do some work onto our Skeletons. But now, as you see, we have this lead. And why he's in big trouble is that he has that huge gap he's got to place X-Bow into. I can just place anything on top of it as soon as he spawns it in. So I'm not too worried about this game anymore. I was in the beginning. So here we go. I'm just going to Giant block it. Giant, when the Giant does eventually reach the King Tower, we'll play our Graveyard onto the right tower. He's actually going to play his Inferno Tower. And now all these things here are just blocking the Inferno Tower. He does have his E-Wiz down onto my Mega Minion, fortunately. So that Giant's going to be able to take down that Inferno Tower and go all the way to the King Tower. So what I'm going to do here is play my Furnace in the back right. And now, I'm going to go ahead and play my Graveyard onto that tower and zap these Skeletons. And that tower should lock onto our Giant eventually. That log is actually going to do him more harm than good, as that tower is now going to start being targeted by those Skeletons. Fireball going in to take down that E-Wiz. Skeletons on the tower. He plays his Goblin Gang just a little too late. That last Skeleton there ended up taking the tower, and that's going to be a 1-0 on the day. So as you guys can see, this deck is just really solid. Good all-around deck. There's no deck that completely counters it, and this deck isn't especially strong against any other kind of deck. It's just something you want to use, like, you know, if you want to get some guaranteed solid wins, and like you'll never get blown out, but you'll never really blow anyone out either. So let's go ahead and hop into this second battle up against Torito 1 from Guate 502. Let's see what he does here. He's going to send his giant at the bridge. That means graveyard. We do not have our minions. Oh my goodness. If we had our minions here, we would have cleaned that up and that push would have been dead. But we don't have our minions. Now we're here finally getting back to our minions. But it's too late. There's hella skeletons onto our tower. And now he has that giant. That's tower. Tower 1-0 already. We did not have our counter up in time. Just when I was saying we don't get roasted out here. That I can't believe that. That's what happened there. Okay. Down 1-0. That fast in a game like this is not good at all whatsoever. Now he's just going to sit back and counter everything. Let me go ahead and force counter this graveyard in here. I'm just trying to get something down. And let's see what his counter to it is. He does have a Goblin Gang. Unfortunately, my Zap is not in rotation. So this is just a terrible, terrible hand as this game went on. He even has a Tornado. That's going to kill our graveyard for the rest of this game. We are way, way, way behind. Let's go ahead, though, and keep on pushing here in this game. He's already going down with the giant again. I'm assuming his graveyard's coming in. There's no way he has that much elixir. Does he? I do not think so. He's just trying to get some giant damage with his poison. So well played by him. That first push, I mean, it didn't really take us by surprise. It took our hand by surprise, though, and we did not have anything. So let's go ahead now and get ready with minions in the back and try to push forward. Hopefully we can get this giant in front of the musketeer and we can take this tower. We need to do it now or we're basically in trouble. His giant's going to keep on doing damage down the middle. So now I've got my Zap ready for his Inferno Tower or for his Goblin Gang. And he's actually going to play. There's Goblin Gang. So I'm going to play it down. Well played by him. He waited till my musketeer targeted onto the tower. We're not doing too bad on that tower now. Actually, it's down to 359. But we are still way behind. Our second tower is down big time. So let's see what we can try to do to come back here as Double Elixir is rolling around the corner. Let's go ahead and play this Furnace down in the center. Fire Spirits will help take out that Mega Minion. And he's going to go ahead and play his Graveyard, actually. He's just well in the lead. I don't know if we can come back. We're just going to keep falling further and further behind. We need to take a second tower. I can't use my Graveyard. I mean, this King Tower is already activated, so it doesn't even matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and take this right tower now. Since that left tower, I can kind of fireball it away. But we need to do work on this right tower. As our second tower is already gone now. We are well behind. Can we do something here? Can we make some sort of a comeback? He's going in hot. Mega Minion's countering us well. Tornadoes onto us. Mega Minion's going down by his Mega Minion, and he has his E-Wiz. So 20 seconds left. We'll just keep pushing, keep fighting, see what we can do here. Musketeer goes down. See if we can take down his troops. He's going to poison on defense. Fine by me. One more time, we're going in with our giant and graveyard. If that can somehow take the tower, then we can fireball zap his other tower. Let's see what happens here. Minion's going down on the left side to sneak in. Let's see if he ignores it all. He does not. He tornadoes the minions, and I mean, we didn't do too bad for getting our first tower gone in the first 20 seconds. We just got completely surprised. I did not, like, that wasn't a hard push to stop. That was actually a really bad play on his part. 10 elixir in, he has nothing to support it, and I hope my 3 musketeers, or my 3 minions would have cleaned it up. At least we got a chest here, nice knights and 2 lightnings. But I mean, dang, that just sucks. So I already lost out of that challenge, so let's hop into one more battle on the ladder and see if we can get to 4,700 to make up for that, because we don't go 0-3. Or 1-3, or 1-2, whatever it is, in these videos. We don't go negative. Let's go positive. Let's go here with our Furnace going down in the center up against Mark Alarl from On My Grizzy. Let's redeem ourselves here. Furnace is down. His Knight's going down. My Musketeer is going down. And let's see what he plays. He's going to play a Musketeer in the back. It is level 8, so I believe our Fireball does take that out in one shot, unfortunately for him. Okay. And our Giant's going down. And he's a level 11 just like us, so our Furnace will be able to get to that tower without getting one shot. And he's actually going to play a Golem down here. Okay, so now that this Golem is going down, it's actually a really good play on his part, because our Giant will die and his Golemites will stay alive. So great play on his part. Luckily for us, we shredded his Golem quick. And now he just has an Ice Wiz coming at us. Let's go ahead and try and counter push him and make him play something here with 3 Elixir Minions. That's going to wipe up the Ice Wizard pretty quickly. And we're going towards the tower now. He's going to play his Knight. That's exactly what we wanted to see. And now I'm just going to set up another Furnace. The first 2 Fire Spirits should be able to take down this Knight, and we'll be in business here. Okay, so Knight is down. Let's go ahead and start a slow push once again. Musketeer going down in the back. He does have his Elixir Collector. I'm not going to Fireball because I can get that great value on his Musketeer and on his Ice Wiz. So we're just going to leave all that alone. We've got this same similar push going down as we did in the first time around. We've got our Giant with Fire Spirits and Musketeer and Mega Minion going down. So let's see if he has enough Elixir for his Golem. It's not looking like it. That Giant is very healthy onto that tower. I'm just going to go ahead and Fireball here. He does have a Minion Horde. Fortunately for us, that Fire Spirits are going to come in and clean that up. And that tower is already gone. 1-0. We haven't even used the Graveyard yet. This is one of those instances where you don't even need it. It just depends on the kind of deck they're playing. You can just leave it in your back pocket. and use it for later on. Since he didn't even take our tower, he hasn't even touched our tower, we're already up a tower. We may not even need to use it, or we can use it on defense. We'll see what happens. We'll figure it out. 60 seconds left. I am a little bit worried because he does have his elixir collector up and he has a golem, so that's never a thing you want to see. Fortunately for us, he's going to have to clump up his troops. That's just the way his deck is. So now he has his Musketeer, Knight, and Ice Wiz all clumped up. I'm going to wait for them to come together for a happy reunion as our Fireball goes down and breaks down that reunion. Now he has his Minion Horde, so that's actually a really good play. He baited out our Fireball there. Minion Horde coming in. These Golemites are going to tank. We need all these troops. We need to kill these Golemites quick. He has another Golem going down. We are pushing and doing everything we can to keep all this off our tower. It's going to be a hard push. 20 whole seconds left. This is going to be the longest 20 seconds of my life. No tornado or anything like that. So we're going to take that Golem damage, death damage. I'm going to play my Giant to go ahead and tank whatever he plays. That Golem is down. Tower is down to 640. But we are looking good as there is 10 seconds left on the clock. Unless he has some sort of huge spell. I'm going to go ahead and Fireball here. 5 seconds left on the clock. We're looking good. No worries at all whatsoever. That's going to be good game, well played. And let's see, is that plus 30 trophies? If it is, we are pushed up to 4,700. I have not pushed on the ladder so far this season. I will push a little bit harder after this Crown Championship week is over and see how high we can get. My goal is to go up to 5,200. But anyways, here's the deck for you guys. One more time with the Giant Musketeer combination featuring the Furnace and the Graveyard. It's just a really solid deck all around. You can counter every type of deck. Doesn't matter what it is. Hound, 3 Musketeers, this deck will get the job done. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you went in on and enjoyed it, go ahead and smack that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and subscribe to that for future daily content. I hope you guys go on and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace!